Hi, welcome back to GoFundy.com. Today we're going to take a look at the campaign management tools that GoFundy uses to help your customers raise more money and keep more of their profits. Earlier we talked about logging in as the consultant and seeing the resources that are available to our fundraising consultants. Today we're going to log in as a customer. These are the three login options that were discussed earlier. If the customer cannot remember their URL for their website, they can find it here by typing in their user ID. And click Submit. And it says we found a site for sample.gofundy.com/admin. This brings us to the login screen. We can click Home and see our fundraising webpage. We click Login to log into our site. Once we're logged into our site, we have several options. We can edit our GoFundy webpage. We can click Manage our campaign. This is the main management screen. Here we have our licensee general information, our licensee billing information, and our contact information. Whenever donation codes are sent from GoFundy's campaign management interface, those emails will be sent from the licensee contact listed here. This information can be changed at any time. Let's click on Participants and Donations. Managing your campaign with the GoFundy.com interface requires three simple steps. Number one, adding participants to the campaign management system to create donation codes for collecting online donations. This can be accomplished by entering participants one at a time, through bulk uploads from an Excel spreadsheet, or through online participant registration. The second step is communicating with participants and motivating them with contests and prizes. And the third step, monitoring their progress during the campaign. Let's start with entering a single participant. Here we can enter the participant. We can add participant. Now if I click on Edit View Participants, I have 10 participants. And now I have Joe Heckles. You see that the system automatically created the donation code for Joe Heckles. We also talked about uploading multiple participants. The way we do that is by clicking here. We have an Excel template that you can download. We're going to open it here. This is a very simple template. Ask for a first name, last name, email address, secondary email, phone, group leaders, and group names. If you already have an existing list, we can copy and paste column by column into this sheet. Then we'll save it. Once the Excel spreadsheet is populated with information, we can upload it by clicking Browse, selecting the proper file, and then clicking the Upload Participant file. The most important part of any campaign is communicating with participants and providing access to their donation code and a link to your fundraising webpage. The way we do that is by clicking Email Donation Codes. Here we have our contact email, our secondary email, and a list of all of our participants. We click Check All, we click Email Donation Codes, and GoFundy will automatically send the donation codes and a link to the fundraising website to all the participants in this list. We encourage emailing of donation codes on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and over the weekends. We can also send a custom email to participants. When it comes to managing a campaign, we want to motivate participants with contests and prizes. We do this by announcing a new contest and prize opportunities every Friday. We send the information out on Tuesday, we send the reminders on Thursday, and we count the money on Friday. At the same time you're sending out those emails, you're also sending out the donation codes. So from this screen, we can type in the from name, our email address, the subject line, and our message. When we get done, we click the button here, we select all of our participants, we click Send Email. Sending emails and donation codes to your participants frequently during your campaign will result in more online donations and more collection envelopes turned in every Friday. If you have a long list of participants, you click the Check All button and scroll to the bottom and click Send Email. It says Continue, Yes. And there you have it. We've sent 2 emails now to all of our participants, and it took just a matter of seconds. Let's go back to our event. Probably one of the most popular reports is donation details. We click this button here and we can see all the participants that have received donations through GoFundy.com. We see that Charlie Brown received a donation from Sam Sneed from Woodward, Iowa, who is a friend, on 11/20/2012 in the amount of $7.50. These donations are listed in real time in your campaign management screen. If you want more detail, you may download the report by clicking this button here, and all reports are downloaded in an Excel spreadsheet. You want to save donation details from sample.gofundy.com. We can save or we can open. We'll click Open. And in my other screen, it opened up this window here. So we can see all of our participants, all the email addresses of the donors, the relationship, whether or not the donations were processed, the date, and the amounts. Sometimes online donations will be denied because of a mistyped credit card number or other errors. GoFundy will decline those, but it will list them as an attempt. All the dollar amounts listed in red are failed processing attempts. All the dollar amounts listed in green are successful donation attempts. With GoFundy.com, you can upload all your participants from an Excel spreadsheet and create hundreds of donation codes through the GoFundy campaign management interface. If those email addresses are unavailable to you, we also allow enabling online registration. And here we can click and see registrant details. Here you'll see some of our participants who've registered online. Some of them paid a $10 fee, some paid a $15. And there were some events that were zero, and we have some zero amounts in here as well. Again, if you want details on your registrants, you may download the report by clicking this button here. Since this is a sample, we only have 9 participants. When we click Edit View Participants, we see a list of all our participants, regardless of how they got into the system. And we have the ability to edit their names, their email addresses, or any information about them. For example, we can edit Fred Farkle. Mrs. Hart is the 4th grade teacher. We select this, select 4th grade, click Update Participant. One of the most important things you'll see here are the donation codes. Each of these donation codes is automatically generated by GoFundy.com. Whenever participants register online, are uploaded through the system, or added individually, GoFundy.com will create a donation code for everyone. Now it's up to you to get these donation codes in the hands of the participants and their parents. Some of the reports are Participant Summary. Here we see a summary of all online donations. We can sort donations by team and team leader. This is our team summary. For a school, we listed our teams as kindergarten, 1st grade, 5th grade, and 4th grade. And you can see the donation amounts here. We can sort by leader summary or teacher. Mrs. Hart, Mrs. Kinney, Mrs. Bourne. $85, $75, and $55.50 respectively. GoFundy.com also gave us the ability to order t-shirts online. Here we have shirt order details. We have all of our participants and the shirt sizes they requested. We also included registration type, so we know if they're students or adults. The report we see here is an abbreviated report. You can download the complete report by clicking here and get all the details associated with those participants. When it's time to order your t-shirts, you can click the shirt order summary, and we'll see a summary for all the shirts that need to be ordered. So these are the tracking capabilities of GoFundy.com. After your event has been concluded, wait a couple weeks, and then close out your event within the GoFundy.com system. Do this by clicking the red button, Close this event. You can learn more about this button by clicking "What is this?" Do not click this button by accident. Once you've closed your event, all the donation codes will be deactivated, and your login password will also be deactivated. Within 2 or 3 weeks of closing your event, GoFundy will issue a check for the online proceeds. We will send the check made out to this organization, care of this contact person. So make sure this information is correct. That pretty much covers the GoFundy campaign management interface. Very powerful software designed to help you communicate with participants, to increase online donations and in-person donations. So feel free to experiment with this page. Register yourself online and make a $1 donation to yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email.